A breakup, really? A breakup in the final four. We lost the plot. Yo, we have lost the plot. You mean to tell me that Ace and Shelly went home for Huda and Chris to break up during the final episode? You got to be effing for real. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 36. Y'all, even doing the finale, Huda won't let us rest, y'all. She won't let us rest. We definitely got some things to get into, but before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through. And if you like what you see, you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been following me all season and you have yet to subscribe, I would really appreciate it if you take this last opportunity before the reunion to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please go ahead, hit the subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. It is currently 5:58 a.m. in the morning and I am recording this review for y'all. So go ahead and like the video. It really helps me a lot to get into the algorithm, to get the people up in here to watch the review. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm looking at this cast in front of us and I'm like, we got 2 Casa Boys, 1 OG, and a bombshell, okay? We also have 2 OG girls and 2 bombshells. What happened to our original cast? Baby, they played the game too hard and most of them all got sent home. That's what happened. That's literally what happened, okay? So everyone is just super excited. We are down to the final 4, right? Nick finally tells Alandria that he kissed her in the blindfold challenge on the first day in the beginning of the season. And she was like, why you ain't never tell me? Why you ain't never tell me? And I'm like, I really wish they would have like kind of hooked up earlier this season because I feel like we probably could have got a little bit more of that Nick Alandria vibe that we started to get this episode. But nonetheless, I appreciate it the same. The way he threw her down and started kissing her on that couch and standing over her, I was like, okay, Nick. Okay, I see you there. I see you. I really love to see Alandria get the happy ending that she deserves from this experience. No matter if this lasts outside the villa or not, I'm just so happy to see her happy, okay? Now, Huda thought that she was going home, and oh, how we wish you had went home a long time ago, but nonetheless, you somehow squeezed your way into our final 4, so here you are, okay? So everyone's excited, getting ready for the night. Final 4, let's have a pillow fight, right? Everybody's hitting each other with pillows, having a good old time. But Chris hits Huda a little too hard in the face and hurts her nose. So now she has to get up. You hit me hard in my nose. So she has to go put a bandage on it because you guys know she had nose surgery. So I guess she had to make sure that everything was intact, okay? Then she gets into the bed and she starts harassing Chris immediately. Chris, you woke? Chris, you woke? I know you woke. You got to the count of 3 to answer me. 1, 2, 3. I mean, like, girl, be effing for real. It is late at night. People are tired. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Why are you counting down to this man? Like, what is wrong with you? She tells him, is not cuddling with me worth being upset tomorrow? Like, are you freaking serious? Y'all, this is what y'all put in our final 4? Be effing for real. I could not believe that she had the nerve to tell that man, is not cuddling with me worth me being upset tomorrow? Is that a threat? You think that's supposed to make him like turn around and all of a sudden just want to cuddle you or something? Like, y'all, I have tried my best to see her side in all the situations. She needs therapy. Okay, at this point, give the girl some therapy because the way she even ended this season has not been a redemption arc at all, okay? It's just her trying to mask who she really is, and it's still seeping through that she only thinks about herself and is very, very selfish. So anyway, let's move on. It is the next day. Nick and Alandria get to go on their date. The Nicolandrians, y'all have done the most, okay? They got Nick and Alandria walking down the daggone beach and they picking up notes in a bottle, and y'all have made this the love story of the century, okay? Y'all talking about the way you look at each other is not just eye contact, it's conversation through words. Y'all talking about, Nick, when your eyes find hers, it's like the rest of the world disappears. And Alandria, when you look back at him, it's like your whole heart is reaching out, trusting him to hold it. I said, now y'all done took things a little too far. I said, you know, it was cute and all, but I don't, y'all, Y'all delusional too. Y'all delusional too. But I'm gonna let y'all have it because after everything we've been through this season, we need a little bit of hope, just a little bit, okay? They're even sitting there like, damn, are we missing something? Like, I can't even fathom that people were seeing all these things and we've been in this experience not noticing anything, okay? But nonetheless, their conversation was very beautiful and he can't wait for her to meet his dad. She can't wait to have dinner with his family. He said that she is his hard-boiled egg, and she said that she is his anchor. They definitely have decided to continue seeing each other outside the villa. They really like stare into each other's eyes. They share these really nice kisses. I really enjoyed having Nick and Alandria in our Final Four because it gives us something to look forward to. We already know that we struggled a lot with these couples during the whole season and all the twists and turns that we've been through. And even though I feel like Ace and Shelly was our strongest couple, I do feel like there was something enough there for Nick and Alandria to make it to the Final Four. And I'm grateful that we got to experience this friendship journey turned love story and see what this means outside the villa. It really gives us something to look forward to, considering the fact that we didn't really get to see their love story start to evolve until the end of the season, okay? But anyway, they get a note from his father. She get a note from her sister. They are really emotional. Like, you can just tell that these people need to go home. Okay, they miss their families and it is time for them to go home. Emotions are at an all-time high. But nonetheless, their date was really, really beautiful and I enjoyed watching it, okay? Now, back at the villa, Chris is still complaining about HUDA and how she is just bothering him when he was trying to sleep and she's like just poking and poking and poking at her. And she's telling Amaya how he's not physical with her and how he gets defensive with her and that he didn't want to cuddle her last night. And I'm just sitting here like, HUDA, you talk about this man not being affectionate, but you won't even give him a freaking kiss outside in public. Be effing for real. Like, I'm not going back and forth with you over this because I feel like we keep having the same conversation over and over and over. Chris asked Bryan, what would he do? Bryan talked about something, if I was you, I'd try to make it work. No, don't try to make it work. End it. Be done. Go home. Like, we don't... Make it work for what? Obviously, it's not working. Y'all have been literally arguing for the last couple episodes about the same exact thing. Over it, okay? Now, Iris and Pepe had a really nice date. They plan on hanging out outside the villa as well. Good for them. I don't know how we got here with Iris and Pepe, but nonetheless, they are here. The date was beautiful. They seem to like each other enough to, like, continue seeing each other outside the villa. So we'll have to see what that looks like for them too, okay? So HUDA and Chris go on their date and he carries her through the candlelight water up until their table. They pop the champagnes. Cheers, cheers, cheers to a wonderful date, okay? The date started off well. They started talking about how they like each other and how they found a really genuine connection in each other, okay? And then they went left really, really bad. Really, really bad, okay? HUDA tells Chris that she needs to know what has really been bothering him. I know you don't really want to say it, but what's been bothering you? He doesn't want to say it because you don't care. You don't care. And no matter what he tells you, you don't care. You're going to find a way to flip it on him, HUDA. It doesn't matter. The first time he tried to explain to you an issue, you turned around, got mad at him for being mad at you. Like, no. For what? Okay? He said that he feels like she doesn't listen to his feelings and what he wants because she doesn't. Because she doesn't, and in HUDA's world, it only matters what HUDA wants. Nobody else. She has been selfish through this whole entire process, okay? He talked about how she was being pushy when he was trying to sleep, and he didn't like that. The whole time this man is trying to express how he's feeling, she keeps trying to cut in. I got to defend myself. I got to defend myself. Instead of just listening to what he's saying, she has to find a way to defend herself, okay? He tells her that he is not a child and he does not like the way that she talks to him. And I said, not them sitting here actually arguing during the final date. Like, you got to be freaking serious. Chris, you can tell that his blood is boiling because at this point he realizes that HUDA don't want him. Okay, something we've known for the longest, but now he's actually realizing that she don't want him for real, okay? While they're sitting there going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, this daggone lady comes out and starts singing this beautiful song to them. And I'm sitting here like, are you kidding me right now? This is supposed to be the nice, most intimate setting. The lady is singing to you live. The candlelights are everywhere. And y'all literally sitting here breaking up? Breaking up. Y'all breaking up. Wasting everyone's time. She finally tells this man that she thinks that they should be friends. I could tell you that Chris was salty He was upset. He was in his feelings because he was going to try to make it work with that girl no matter what. He really liked emotionally unstable women for real. He had the nerve to even say he saw all the red flags and it was never going to work. But for some reason, he was going to try to make that thing work. He was really liking her. And he took this time to like really show her, you tried me. You tried me. When he got up and walked away and she's sitting there crying, he had the nerve to walk back. He came to her and said, what you crying for? What you crying for? You picked this. I'm like, yo, demon time. Chris was on demon time, okay? He was like, you ready to go? Come on, you ready to go? And she's like, you gonna carry me? He was like, I'm not carrying you. You can walk. I said, well, damn. Ooh. Really? Like, you couldn't even carry the girl across the water? I was like, well, damn, Chris. You're not even going to... Shit. She took off them shoes and she just walked across. I was not mad when she went back, got some more wine, because baby, after all that, she needed it. She needed it. But that's what you get, HUDA, because at that point, that was Chris showing you how it feels to be selfish. He felt like you've been selfish to him this whole time, and he had to give you a taste of your own medicine some way, somehow. They agreed to be, I guess, cordial in the house or whatever, but for him, he said, listen, we can keep it cute, but I can't be friendly with you because I need time to like not like you anymore. Chris really liked HUDA. And the way he handled that at the end was very, very petty. Did I enjoy seeing it? Maybe. Maybe just a little bit, okay? But I also felt very bad for HUDA because, like, at the end of the day, dang, I wouldn't want to walk across that water in my feet. You know, I'm just saying. But this is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted us to have Chris and HUDA so bad in the final four over Shelly and Ace. This is what we got. A breakup. A breakup, literally during the final day with the loud singing in the back and the candles lit and all the things of the things. But this is what y'all wanted. This is what y'all got, okay? So Amaya and Brian go on their date. She's in her pretty sparkly dress. So they go out and they have these nice couches and like this little jungle setting. Really, really pretty. Really, really romantic and intimate, okay? She tells him, I have my hair like this because I feel like Cinderella. I just love me some Amaya, and I'm happy that, you know, she finally found someone she feels understands her. And she understands, okay? They go through the photo book. It's basically pictures of their childhood up until now. They take more pictures. Like, it's really, really sweet, okay? Amaya's crying, and I'm like, we knew that was gonna happen. But she's just crying because she feels like Bryan is such a great man, okay? And she lets him know that she has not cried once out of sadness with him. And I love that because I'm a girl who cried, okay? And every time I cry, it's not because I'm sad. It can be happy tears. It can be like all types of tears. And like happy tears are literally the best tears because it's an overwhelming emotion. So I just loved it. I really do. He said that when he's with her, she brings up his energy, and that's what he wants in his life. He even loves her zoomies because y'all know that girl be running around that villa nonstop, okay? And at this point, he asked her to be exclusive. And I'm like, damn, y'all about to get kicked off the island. Because y'all know, soon as you get exclusive up in Love Island, you get kicked off the island, okay? So they're exclusive. They're going to continue to date outside the villa. Good for them. Happy for them. I hope Bryan is sincere and genuine as Amaya feels he is. I really, really do. I've been trying to read his body language, his facial expressions, and sometimes I feel like he's all in, and sometimes I feel like he's not. So we really just have to wait and let this play out. Nonetheless, they do a nice little dance. They kiss, and the fireworks are exploding in the back. Very, very beautiful. Loved it. Absolutely loved it, okay? So back at the villa, everybody's getting ready for their last night. Chris decided that he's going to sleep in soul ties, and HUDA feels like he's being dramatic. Girl, you just broke up with that man while that lady was singing live to y'all on a most romantic, intimate date setting. Please, let that man have his space, okay? You've already done enough in this damn villa. Let that man have his space, right? So the next day, the girls get a R&R day where they get to have some rest and relaxation. They get some massages. I watched Amaya and Alandria sitting on the pool with their champagne, and I was just smiling ear to ear because I feel like these two ladies have had a journey. They have really been through a lot in this villa. And to see them sitting there happy, finally having a happy ending, I feel like they both are well deserving of. And so it just made me happy to finally see them happy. I love that. I really do. I love that for them. Now, listen, all the ladies look absolutely beautiful when they came out to meet the men so we could find out who our winner is. But that daggone Alandria with that gold piece in the. Ooh. Ooh, it was yeah, it gave it was all of that. I said, God, because I thought we all was on theme. I thought we was gonna have sparkly gowns. No, homegirl came out in this nasty piece. It was so nice. Okay, she looked absolutely beautiful. Y'all know how I feel about the gold and the yellow on the skin. It gave everything it was supposed to give. Now, when they did their speeches, I'm not going to go through all the things, but I did forget that Pepe and Iris came in this together. So to see them leave together is actually a full circle moment. Pepe saying that he could not have seen himself leaving this villa with anyone else is crazy to me, considering the fact that he spent almost 3 weeks crying over Hannah. But you know what? We're here now. We're here now. I don't know if Iris and Pepe have really developed this relationship because I feel like we didn't get to see it. But from the things that they said to each other, I feel like there could be something. Very much something. If anything, they will be hooking up. That's for sure. Amaya and Brian's speeches, absolutely beautiful. I really feel like they speak the same language to each other in two different waves. You know, he's more calm, she's more excited. But the way they communicate is like very unique to them. And I love that for them. I really do, okay? Now, Chris and HUDA, their speeches to each other were really nice. I actually thought it was going to be shorter. I actually didn't think it was going to be as sweet as it was. But to know that, you know, HUDA feels like she has learned a lot about herself through this process and that Chris has showed her that there's more to a relationship outside of physical connection, even though that's what she was begging that man for the whole entire time, is crazy. But nonetheless, I loved it, okay? Chris sounded like he wanted to cry at one moment. And I'm like, Chris, let me find out Chris liked her a little bit more than I thought he did. Because he seems really emotional over this connection that he has with HUDA. I don't know if it's just me. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So now Nick and Alandria do their speeches and he tells her that, you know, he was her secret admirer the whole time. And this is what makes me mad. Because if you were her secret admirer and you liked her and you want, why didn't you pursue her, Nick? You had nothing but time, space, opportunity, and you took none of the chances. None of the chances. It's just like, I feel like we could have got a little bit more had you just, you know, showed a little bit more interest earlier on. My goodness. And then maybe y'all could have made the non-believers of the Nicolandrians believe, you know? Nonetheless, I love how they all talked about their little fake babies. I thought it was really, really cute because it's like part of their journey. Really, really beautiful, okay? Ariana comes into the villa, and at this point, they have some more conversations. We're not doing all that. We're not doing all that. It's time to announce our winner. Iris and Pepe came in 4th place. HUDA and Chris came in 3rd place. Alandria and Nick came in 2nd place, which means that Amaya, Papaya, and Bryan are our 2025 Love Island winners. Congratulations to them. I'm so proud of Amaya. I really feel like she deserved this. Y'all know I've been rooting for that girl from the very, 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 very beginning. So my vote counted. My vote actually counted. Now listen, when he got that envelope, I said, you better not play with my girl. You better not play with my feelings because I will hunt you down and I will take you out myself, Bryan. I will. But nonetheless, he definitely shared the money as he should. Because if it wasn't for her, so you wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't even be here, okay? But he shared the money, and I believe she said she wants to donate it to a charity. Amaya, Papaya. Yeah, the right person won. The right person won. I find it very interesting that we are getting a reunion because I honestly thought we wouldn't get a reunion, y'all. I felt like this season, the producers went through hell. And I just knew that they were going to be like, wrap this ish up and get these people out of here. We don't want to see it no more, talk about it, nothing. But to my surprise, y'all, we getting a reunion. I'm low-key excited for it because what I do know is that it's about to go down. People about to be standing on business. Everybody talking on the internet. Ooh, baby, it's about to get real spicy up in here. And yes, I will be reviewing it. So y'all make sure you are subscribed and your notifications are on because we got a couple of weeks in between then, okay? So I don't want y'all to forget about me. Don't forget about me. Nonetheless, I gotta go take my notes for Beyond the Villa so I could get that review up for y'all because so far I'm really, really enjoying this episode. I just gotta finish it out so I could get the review up for y'all. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Your notification bell is on so that you don't miss any more reviews, any more updates, because y'all know I'm gonna bring y'all update. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna bring y'all a freaking update, okay? To everyone who has joined me for this season, I am very, very honored to have had you. I appreciate everyone who tuned in, liked the video. Even when you didn't agree with me and you stuck by me, I appreciate you even more, okay? Thank you guys for almost getting me to 13,000. I'm like 160 away from 13,000. So if you're not subscribed, just go ahead and subscribe. You know, like it's free and it's not gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. With all that being said, I really, really am going to miss talking to you guys every night about Love Island. But I'll be back next season. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.